My fiance keeps insisting that I invite my parents to our wedding. The same parents that kicked me out of the house and told me to never return. Now, it is to the point where I don't even think I want to get married anymore. This story was posted to Reddit and has two updates. Let's get into it. So, for a little backstory, my dad left the family and went no contact when I was 4 years old. I am now a 35-year-old male. My mom then got remarried and had two kids with my stepdad. My stepdad's name was Dale. Dale never treated me poorly, but he made it clear that I was never his son. He made it clear he was not my dad. And my mom, oh, she didn't try any type of way or things to fix the relationship. Honestly, she loved her new family, and she always saw me as a burden. At least, that's what I thought. Well, actually, it was confirmed after my freshman year of college when I was on my way to drive home and my mom gives me a phone call asking me not to come home anymore. I blocked her after that phone call, and I have had no contact with my mother, my stepdad, or my half brother since that situation. I still speak to my half sister, 25F, at her insistence, but that is my only contact. It took me a while to get over basically being kicked out of my family. And honestly, I didn't get attached to anybody new until my fiance came along. 28F. She came along 4 years ago, and we have had a great life together. Our relationship, I could say, was perfect to me, and her family opened up to me with open arms. She comes from a pretty typical suburban family, and they're great. Over the years, I have told her about the issues with my family, and she has even met my sister. My significant other never pushed for more. That is until we started to plan the wedding. When we started to talk about people we would invite, I mentioned friends from college and coworkers. She mentioned family. I didn't say anything about my family coming, and then she said it was very important for her to have her whole family there. And I said, yeah, well, your whole family will be there. And then she said something that made my heart drop. She said, your parents are also a part of my family. At first I thought it was a suggestion, and I thought it was something that she was trying to gauge if I wanted to have my parents there or not. I said I would not be invited my parents, and she said okay. But then the next day she brought it up again. I calmly said no, again. I then calmly explained to her how growing up not feeling wanted and also having it confirmed that I was not wanted at 19 stunted my mental health as a human being, and I would prefer to never have those individuals in my life ever again. I explained that over the years I had realized that it's their problem and it's something that they have to deal with, but I can exist. If they ever want to solve the problem, they can initiate contact, just like my sister has. I am in contact with my sister, and it is 100% clear to me that the rest of my family is happy to pretend I don't exist. It does suck, but it's a problem that they have thrusted onto me. I cannot be the one to solve it. I told her this, and I thought it was going to be over. No, she brought it up 2 more times. The last time was last night when we was confirming to save the dates, and she asked, "Are you sure you don't want to invite your parents one last time?" She then said, "I feel like I might just invite them on my side," and I snapped. I told her we should probably just throw the invitations away, because if she cannot respect my boundaries of not inviting these individuals, then that means she doesn't respect me as a human being at all. And I said, if you do not respect me, I don't want to get buried at all. And I went into my room and closed the door to let some fumes air out. She came in to try to talk to me, and I walked around her, grabbed my keys, and left. I came back around 11 p.m. after hanging with friends and slept on the couch. She then left for work without a word to me, and I don't know where we stand. Her behavior is absolutely unacceptable, but I feel like I may have gone too far. What do you all think? Pause. All right, y'all, what do y'all think about the situation? I'm gonna say straight up, I don't think that he went too far. I think he said what he needed to say, but he probably needs to like go deeper into detail on the situation. Remember, there are 2 more updates, so we're about to get into this next update. But how good or bad do you think things got from here? Me personally, I feel like he should have stood his ground and been like, no, hey, do not invite these people. I've been trying to tell you over and over again, this is why these individuals should not come, but you're not listening. Well, let's see what happened next. So this is update 1 day later. He starts by saying, I'm very overwhelmed. My fiance normally gets off work around 5:30. I work from home, so I pretty much waited for them to get off. I got very worried when it was 6 o'clock and she still wasn't home. When 6:30 came, I decided to send some messages. Around 6:45, she showed up with my sister, and that was a big surprise. While my sister and I connect every Thursday, we live 45 minutes away from each other. So her popping up with my girl was a big surprise. Both of them looked very anxious, so I was very confused. I asked them what was going on, and my sister, she just burst into tears, saying she's sorry. After about 5 minutes of her losing it, she started talking about the family. Apparently, when my sister told my mom and Dale that I got engaged, it created a rift between them. Not because they care about me, but because my half-brother, who is 27 years old, is still living at home. Single, with no steady job. Now, if you're thinking, wow, they kicked you out at 19 years old, but they allowed that motherfucker to stay inside of the house until he was 27 years old, well past being able to rent a car? Don't worry, I said the same thing out loud. Well, apparently, my mom wanted to do the exact same thing they did to me to my half-brother, but Dale won't allow her. So, they are currently separated, with my mom living with family and refusing to come back until my half-brother gets kicked out of the house. Now, for some reason that defies all logic and reason, my sister believes that getting an invite to my wedding will bring everybody in the family together and make it so that my mom doesn't want to kick out my half-brother, a grown man living in her house, when she literally kicked out her other son at 19. Why would she not want to do the same thing to a whole nother nigga? My sister said my engagement is the reason the rift got started, and I blew up, straight up. I said that my engagement had nothing to do with this whole situation going down. This is a debacle that you put them in because you gave them that information, so you figure that out, because I ain't had nothing to do with this BS. Their awful parenting and relationship skills caused this situation, and do not put that awful crap on me. My sister then cried even harder, and this time, I wasn't going to console her. My fiance was just sitting there the whole time, and when my sister was trying to pull herself back together, I questioned my fiance about this. She even started to tear up a bit, and then started to talk about my sister telling her about the fact that every time we meet each Thursday, I bring up the family. I straight up said, huh? Hell no. Literally, I used my girlfriend as a soundboard for everything. When I was about to leave my job and go to a different job, I talked to her about it for many days, and she sat with me each one of those days as I figured out the situation. She was literally my bouncy board that was, what are you talking about? And she said, what? So then she started to show me the message between her and my sister prepped up and was like, don't show him the message. And she was like, nah, I'm trying to save my relationship. Girl, you tripping. I look at the messages. My sister was straight up lying to my girl about this whole debacle. Every conversation we had each Thursday, my sister was saying I was asking about the family, trying to get the family back together. No, the hell I wasn't. She a liar. Literally every single time I would tell my girlfriend, no, I do not want my parents to come, my sister would say that I was lying, because I had even said during our Thursday meetings that the reason we are not a family is partially my fault too. And I was like, you lying ass bitch.